There's been a lot of controversy around the live-action release of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, especially after that fateful Variety interview that came out last month. Now that it's finally out, we can actually critique the series and not just random shots from the teaser. Well, I watched it and it's fine. I've seen so many scathing reviews and temper tantrums that could only be described as the equivalent of a 5-year-old being upset that you switched 5 pennies for a nickel. Comparing this installment to the 2010 version and declaring that this iteration is worse is deranged. This show is leaps and bounds better, simply because they chose to properly represent the characters. Listen, this show is not perfect. Condensing the 20-episode season into 8 definitely caused pacing issues, particularly in the first episode. At times, it made certain interactions feel disingenuous and payoffs unearned. Other times, the characters were forced into heavy exposition to compensate for missing scenes. There were definitely times that the ambitious VFX fell short, particularly with the water and air bending. It didn't happen as often as the internet will have you believe, but I can't deny that the random lackluster VFX removed the weight from significant scenes. Finally, it's difficult to figure out who this version of Avatar: The Last Airbender is for. It's clear that the deviations from the source material would cause a rift with the diehard fans, and the rush to include majority of the lore in the premiere are sure to turn off newcomers. Considering all of that, I still think the show is good. The chemistry between the characters created the endearing moments that we appreciate from the original IP. Katara's journey from isolated novice waterbender to badass warrior felt very natural. Controversy aside, Ian Owsley, I think that's how you say his name, captured Sokka's annoying, lovable trait with ease. The misogyny that was deemed crucial to was still featured with a muted take that I think is very fitting for a live action adaptation. Because let's be real, if he acted as misogynistic as Sokka did in the original IP, this all would register as corny to us. But it was the Fire Nation Royals that stole this show. Initially, I thought including the Fire Lord so early in the show would diminish his status as a looming threat. Those concerns were quickly put to rest when he immediately burnt children alive upon his introduction. Zuko's desperation was palpable in every scene. Dallas James Liu is the only martial artist in the cast, and it shows in every fight scene that he's in. I felt like a lot of his fight scenes, particularly the one in Omashu, had the charms of an early Jackie Chan film. Elizabeth Yu is a star. She played the deranged princess of the Fire Nation masterfully. That initial scene where she's introduced by betraying the rebels and she's watching her father burn these children alive, you can just see a subtle smirk in her gaze, and it immediately connects her to the enjoyment that she has from pleasing her father and enacting her power. And then we get to see her jealous and competitive in scenes that involve her brother. Finally, Gordon Cormier was the right amount of lovable and skillful for the current Avatar. And while the VFX suffered in some scenes, I was blown away in others. I was nervous about Appa and Momo, and I thought they were done pretty well. They would put like snow on Appa when they were in the Southern Water Tribe. He would get dirty. There was definitely an incredible attention to detail when it came to the companions. All of the cityscapes and places that they visited were almost a one-to-one replica of the animation. All in all, the series did a good job. It's not perfect, but it's definitely not terrible. I give it 3 out of 5 Frankie Flames. So tell me, what do you think about the show? Let me know in my comments below. And until next time, have a fantastic week, my friends.